Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you may be in the world. This is your coach, Coach Deandra Renee. And this morning or afternoon, we're going to talk about or have a small conversation about being in the dark really quick. Right. And what I mean about being in the dark, I'm talking about being in your struggle. I'm talking about being in your situation, being your issue, just something that you feel has you stuck and you're not moving. Right. But in reality, you really are. And so this morning I was just listening to a message this morning about God doing his best work in the dark. And then it dawned on me and I was like, you know what? You are absolutely right. Like, you're right. He does do his best work in the dark. And then I began to think about myself. I began to think about, the struggles I faced, the things I've had to witness and go through, the different traumas that, that sometimes we bring on ourselves. And then sometimes you just happen to be a part of the bloodline, if you know what I mean. Okay. So I was thinking to myself, you know what? That is very much true, because the things that I faced and the things that I had to go through and the things I had to struggle with, I realized on the other side, it made me a better person. It molded me, it shaped me, and it made me into something that I needed to be at that particular time. I couldn't get to where I am right now if I didn't have to face these things in my life. And the thing about facing certain situations in your life, sometimes it's about suffering well and understanding that, okay, what I'm going through right now, it was meant to break me. It really was. It was meant to break me, but it was meant to break me in a different manner. Meaning the attitude I might have had, or the way I was viewing things, or the nastiness, or the evil thoughts, or whatever that I might had attached to me, it needs to be broken off. You see what I'm saying? So in order for me to become a new thing, these old things have to pass away. And so in the dark, some of these struggles that we face, some of these situations that we are in, some of the issues that we find it hard to maneuver in, is because there are things that need to come up off of us. You see what I'm saying? To become a new creature in Christ. And the only way that we get through it, or the only way that we become new and we become renewed and we become clean and we become righteous, is because we have to go through this process. Psalms 23 is not just because it's Psalms 23, but it is a reminder that we have to go through the valley. And when you going through that valley, guess what's in the valley? Darkness. You understand what I'm saying? Is that you're going to have to face things in life that are not comfortable, that you're not even at your best, that you didn't even see coming. But the thing about when you are in darkness, as he said, God does his best work, and he really does. He is the type of father that he sometimes he pops out, and sometimes he does things behind the scenes. And so either way, you have to just trust God in your darkness. You have to trust God in your situation. You have to trust God in your issues. You have to trust God with your children. You have to trust God with your job. You have to trust God with it all. And that is one thing I have truly, truly learned, is that I have learned to trust God with everything. Everything in me, everything around me, everything that I touch, everything. And so I'm encouraging you today, even in your darkness, God is doing his greatest work. And sometimes we just don't realize it until we come out on the other end. I want y'all to have a blessed day. And remember, in your darkness, God is doing a mighty work in you, around you, and for you. You just have to come out on the other end. I love you guys. And again, be blessed.